Hello there. Welcome to my show, COVID-19 Update by Heerak. Today is the first day of Republican National Convention. Um, I guess you know I'm studying for NCLEX RN exam in the evening, so that's kind of my focus right now. um, you know, uh, my program, Masters of Science in Clinical Nurse Leader program at Georgetown University. It's a 2-year intensive master's level classes in nursing, and we get masters in clinical nurse leader. It's comprised of 6 semesters: fall semester, spring semester, summer semester, fall semester, spring semester, summer semester. Um, yeah, and it's a pretty intensive program. You take anywhere from 13 to 19 credits per semester, and it's continuous, like 2 years of studying. So it's pretty intense. So my cohort, Clinical Nurse Leader Cohort 2020, we started summer sessions in June 2018. That was a advanced pathophysiology class. Our clinical nurse leader cohort 2020 officially started on August 2018, 2 years ago. And there were 34 of us, and now we are down to 25. So 9 people dropped out of our cohort. It's a very difficult program, so you can't blame them. People have different reasons, but yeah, a lot of them dropped out of our core because it's a very difficult program. But it's definitely worth it. Yeah, a lot of sleepless nights, losing a lot of weight because you're studying, not eating enough. But it's all worth it. I'm glad I did it. Um, and I mean, all of us consider it like living hell on earth, the study part. But we all, I think all of us uh, feel a sense of accomplishment that we are now clinical nurse leaders. Um, as you know, our official graduation date is on August. It's actually technically today, August 24th, 2020. So our official transcript is certified as us graduating on August 24th, 2020. So as of today, we are officially, you know, uh, and technically considered graduated from Georgetown University. So if you see our transcript, it will say August 24th, 2020, Masters of Science in Nursing, Clinical Nurse Leader. Uh, the degree was granted on August 24th, 2020. So today's the official day. I looked at my transcript. It clearly says degree awarded, Master of Science in Nursing, Clinical Nurse Theater, awarded August 24th, 2020. I checked that on our Georgetown University website, My Access. That's what we call our system. Um, yeah, and so, so since I'm technically and officially and graduate from Georgetown and officially in terms of the transcript, because it's all documentation, right? Right? It's what it says on the documents. Your driver's license is a document. So since my transcript at Georgetown officially says I'm done with clinical nurse leader program, master's program at Georgetown University School of Nursing and Health Studies as of August 24th, 2020. Now I'm sending all these transcripts out. you know, uh, I'm a licensed teacher in Washington D.C. I'm a licensed teacher in Tennessee. I'm a licensed teacher in Alabama. I'm a licensed teacher in in South Carolina. I'm a licensed teacher in Virginia. I have, you know, on day one, if I start teaching in Georgia, I get all my official licenses. I am now, basically, technically, I have the right for the license, but I have to teach like one day to get the license, from Georgia. So I have to send all of them my final transcript, keep them updated about where I am and what I've done, my records. you know, you have to update all these professional associations and licensing bodies, all the documentation, right? So I graduated technically from Georgetown University as of today. Documentation. My official Georgetown University's transcript as of today, August 24, 2020, says degree granted, Master of Science in Nursing, Clinical Nurse Leader. So I have to send these out to all the licensure bodies, keep them updated. It's one of our professional obligations to our licensing bodies. These are professional licenses. They take this stuff very seriously. I had to do a criminal background check for every single licensing body. I kid you not. I had to do a criminal background check for Virginia licensure, even for the Virginia Department of Education. I had to do a criminal background check for Washington, D.C., OSE, uh, uh, Board of Education. I had to do a license criminal background check for South Carolina Department of Education. I had to do a criminal background check for Alabama uh, Department of Education. I had to do a criminal background check for Tennessee, you know, uh, Department of Education. I had to do a criminal background check for every single one, you know. you know. Some of them I was required to go to the police department to have fingerprinted. Like, what was that? I think it was Alabama Board of Education. I think like have all of my 5 fingers fingerprinted on a piece of paper. It was like a requirement. I went to Hopewell Police Department to do that when I was teaching at Petersburg City Public Schools Middle School. I taught 8th grade math at Peabody Middle School, which is now Vernon Johns Middle School in Petersburg, Virginia, which is a predominantly African American city close to Richmond, Virginia. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, your transcript follows the rest of your life, starting with high school, but, yeah, so make sure your transcript looks good. Make sure you don't get a bad grade on your transcript. Your transcript is your life. That's the document that shows people who you are, so you got to make sure your transcript is good. Yeah, just word to the wise, for my fans out there who are Generation Z and Generation Y. I have a lot of fans out there in every generation, Generation Z, Generation Y, Generation X, baby boomers, old timers. I have a lot of fans out there, and I'm here to make your life better. So I'm going to give you some tidbit information that's going to help you. Uh, in the era of COVID-19, right? This is COVID-19 America. I want you to be better. I want you to survive. I want you to not only live, but have quality of life, right? So I give you advice that's going to help you with your quality of life. Yeah. So can I get a 5 on that? Quality of life. That's that's what it's all about. Quality of life. Yeah. Um, like the women behind me with their um, American flag swimsuit or waving the flag. Yeah, I mean, be proud of your country, United States of America. Today is the first night of Republican National Convention, and as you know, Republicans are very proud to be American. That's one of the things, I like about Republicans. I'm an independent. I ran as a Republican from November to February 2020 for U.S. House of Virginia 8th District. I was originally going to do the convention. We didn't have a primary, but Republican convention. So I kind of ran along with, you know, uh, Mark Elmore, Jeff Jordan, Mike, Mike, uh, and there are 4 of us. Mike decided to go independent. and I decided to go independent. And my reasons for why I went independent, you can watch it like a short video after this video. If you click on one of the boxes, the top left corner box, you will see why I decided to go independent. So I've been running as an independent since March 2020 until now. And Virginia Governor Northam issued a stay-at-home order on March 30th to last until June 10th. When I was running for Republican convention, I didn't need to collect any signatures. It was just a convention. But since I went independent in March, I had to collect 1,000 signatures. It's required of independence. Um, I was trying to collect signatures, but Governor Northam shut the state down from March 30th to June 10th, so I couldn't collect any signatures. So I wrote a letter to Virginia Department of Elections, and about a month later, uh, the commissioner, the highest head in Department of Elections, Chip Piper, wrote back and said he doesn't have the authority to grant me a waiver of the 1,000 signatures. I'm sure he wanted to, but he didn't have the legal authority. So I wrote to Virginia Governor Northam requesting him to grant me a waiver for 1,000 signatures. He didn't write back. He still hasn't written back. I was waiting and waiting for weeks and weeks. And when he came around June 3rd, I said it's cutting too close because June 9th. I can't just wait until June 9th. So I ended up filing a lawsuit against Governor Northam and Virginia Department of Elections in Arlington Circuit Court on June 3rd. So that's in the court system. I talked with the clerk of the court, who generally is the representative of the court, and he said there will be a trial, set in September. So yeah, you can look out for that. And yeah, Virginia State sheriffs served the warrant to Governor Northam and to Virginia Department Board of Elections. So thank you, Virginia Sheriff's Office, for serving that warrant or serving the papers, 4 papers. Virginia government, Virginia Attorney General's office filed a demurrer uh, in, in Arlington Circuit Court, recognizing I had the right to make the claim. Uh, my claims are legitimate. Um, I'm officially a candidate for Virginia's 8th District, U.S. Congress, as an independent candidate. It's in the court system. Court papers were filed before the deadline. I filed it like 6 days before the deadline on June 3rd. And I expect the court to issue an order to Governor Northam and Board of Elections to put my name on the ballot. Just look forward to the trial. Obviously, I've been registered with Federal Election Commission, the national governing body that monitors federal level elections, since November 2019. And I'm registered with U.S. Congress Office of the Clerk, United States Congress, where I want to go after you vote me in. So Nancy Pelosi knows I'm running, maybe I'll be like, hobnobbing with her after I'm sworn in January. Well, you vote me in, I get sworn in January, right? So election day is November 3rd, 2020. My name should be on the absentee ballot, but for some reason, if absentee ballots are sent earlier, you don't see my name on the absentee ballot for Virginia 8th District, just write my name in, Heerak Christian Kim. Make sure you spell it right, and make sure you sign the absentee ballots. Everything is valid. And you can always go to my website, Heerak for Congress, and you'll see my name. Just write it out and make sure you spell it correctly. And you could follow along on my Twitter account, Heerak for Congress, Heerak #4 Congress. yeah, it's election time, so it's exciting. I'm running as an independent, obviously, so vote for me. I'm the best. Uh, yeah, for the job. Yeah, I created this show, COVID-19 Update by Heerak, to save you and your children from COVID-19 and everything else that's happening. So, I know this has been helpful to you, so you're welcome. I'm wearing a, UCLA Alumni Association of Washington D.C. shirt. As you know, I'm the treasurer of UCLA Alumni Association. So yeah, so I'm pretty excited, to be wearing this shirt, and you will see why I'm wearing this shirt. Um, yeah, I'm showcasing the cheerleaders of the schools where I earned my degrees, where I spent time studying. So you see Hoyas right underneath you, the cheerleader. Kind of cute. There are a lot of cute women at Georgetown. Davidson. you know, so I like Georgetown. A lot of Irish Catholic girls are really beautiful. With blonde hair and blue eyes, or red hair with green eyes. Yeah, thank God Ireland is a Christian nation. I could marry basically any Irish Catholics because they're Christians. They'll have to come to my Presbyterian church, but we're Christians, right? Yeah. So and then cheerleaders next to that, University of West Georgia, right? You see my hat? That's where I did my Master of Education. Got 4.0. At Georgetown, I have a final GPA of 3.528. Yes, right under. If you see my transcript, it says degrees awarded: Master of Science, Nursing, Specialization, Clinical Nurse Leader. Uh, Final GPA 3.528. That's an A minus GPA. Uh, so I'm very proud of it. Obviously, I'm proud of my GPA at University of West Georgia at 4.0. Not a single B, not a single A minus. That's Master of Education in Reading Instruction. That's the specialization for becoming a reading specialist. I'm a reading specialist in District of Columbia Public Schools, or I could teach in any school in District of Columbia, Catholic schools, parochial schools, charter schools, public schools, private schools. I could teach in any school. Um, I could be a reading specialist in any school in DC. Yeah, so yeah, yeah, very attractive cheerleaders at University of West Georgia. I went there for my graduation, and my gosh, there's some really, really amazingly beautiful women in Georgia. I like Georgia. I like Virginia because Virginia has beautiful women too, but Georgia, my gosh, I mean, geez, my school, University of West Georgia, you see the women. It's amazingly beautiful. I mean, I understand why they call them Georgia Peach. Oh, beautiful white fair skin and blonde eyes, blue eyes. It's amazing. Oh, yeah. Next to that is University of Pennsylvania. You see the cheerleaders are spelling out the letter P-E and then Penn. That's why I did my bachelor's in history. I graduated cum laude with honors from University of Pennsylvania. Yeah, history major, classical studies minor. So if you're doing a bachelor's, if you graduated with bachelor's or are senior in a bachelor's and history major at any university, apply to Georgetown for clinical nurse leader program. You'll love it. I'm a history major. Lena Knorr, who's a part of my cohort 2020. She's German. I'm Korean. you know, she teaches at German school in Washington D.C. Graduate from German school in New York. Lena Knorr. So yeah, hello to all the students of Lena at German school in Washington D.C. Yeah, and hi Lena. Lena's really nice. I like Lena. And so yeah, so yeah, it's you know Lena's a German major. I'm a history major. As an undergraduate, and we both successfully concluded this clinical nurse leader program. So if you're a German major like Lena, or history major like me, yeah, just apply to this clinical nurse leader program at Georgetown. It's the best clinical nurse leader in the country, in my opinion. You'll love the professors, amazing professors. Uh, Program itself is amazing. Obviously, Georgetown name is an impressive thing, you know. I mean, UCLA is impressive too, but you know, Georgetown, you know, it's considered one of the best private universities in the world. So, you know, I think most people prefer Georgetown, you know. If they got accepted to Georgetown, UCLA, most people choose Georgetown, you know. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to knock my other school, UCLA. You know, obviously, you know, I do a lot of things for UCLA. Yeah, yeah, it's worth clapping about. um, yeah, I mean, I've worked hard to help UCLA advance recruit students in this area, Washington D.C. area, Northern Virginia, Southern Maryland. So UCLA is very thankful to me, Heerak Kim, Independent Candidate for U.S. Council Business 8th District, for recruiting a lot of qualified students to UCLA. Yeah. Um, yeah, you see the UCLA cheerleaders right next to Penn's cheerleaders, right? That's where I did my doctoral program. I was accepted into UCLA's PhD program in history when I was 19 years old. Yeah, youngest to be accepted to PhD program at UCLA. That was my junior year at University of Pennsylvania. I graduated at the age of 20 from University of Pennsylvania. I graduated 1 year early. Yeah, well, I was going to spend more time than you need to in a college, right? Although I love Penn, so I kind of regret not having stayed for 4 years. But you know, life is short. You know. And next to that is University of Michigan. Uh, I don't know, a fan of football, I guess. I have that picture because she looks very attractive. But you know, seriously, you know, I'm planning to do my PhD in nursing at you know, at Georgetown University, but you know, I need scholarships, so I'm gonna apply to several programs and see what happens. I'll probably go to the one that pays me the most, you know, gives me a full scholarship ride. Um, University of Michigan is a very good nursing school. You know, so I'll probably apply. Um, you know, and also I did internet dating on Christian Mingle. You know, when I was younger, and one of the girls that I kind of internet dated on Christian Mingle was a nursing student at University of Michigan. You know, so I don't know. I have a feeling. You know, I have a heart for University. She's very pretty, great Christian. You know, attractive face and body. You know, yeah. You know, yeah. So I have a special place in my heart for University of Michigan. Yeah. Um, yeah, in 24 hours, 451,000 Americans have died for COVID. And I won't get too excited because we've seen this before. It's just like a 1 day fluke or 2 day fluke. Yeah, it's going to go jump up again to like over 1,000. So, yeah, nothing to get excited about. Unfortunately, you know, our average is 1,000. Um, you know, we have a total death now of 177,248. That's it's up there. Total cases of 5,739,266. So you know about 40 to 60,000 dying, 40 to 80,000, depending on the day, getting case every day. Now that colleges are beginning to open up, you know, this week, Wednesday, is the first day of classes for fall semester at Georgetown University. Yeah, so classes are beginning to open up. Georgetown is 100% online for undergraduates and graduate students, thank God. They don't have to die from COVID. I worked like 3 months tweeting and tweeting, advocating, lobbying to get Georgetown to go 100% online. Thank God they did that. You can save teachers, professors, staff members, students, you know, because it's 100% online. American University went 100% online as well. George Washington University went 100% online for undergraduate classes. So yeah, we can avoid massive deaths. So we should thank God for that. And I'm happy to lobby to save lives. So, you know, I've been working hard. Obviously, I'm at Georgetown, so I know a lot of people at Georgetown, freshmen, sophomore, junior, senior, you know, seniors who graduated, graduate students. Obviously, I was the vice president of graduate student government grad gov from May 2019 to May 2020. So there are tons of people. There are more graduate students at Georgetown than undergraduates, 9,000 graduate students. So I'm glad that I got to save their lives by, making sure the classes are 100% online. Because if classes are in class and, it's required for you to go, you're kind of required to risk your life, and it's not fair to you, and it's not fair to the professors. Heerak Christian Kim, independent candidate for U.S. Congress of Virginia's 8th District, and predicting that there will be a minimum 3 million Americans dying from COVID-19 in the flu season. It only takes 60,000 deaths per state to get 3 million Americans to die. 60,000, that's it. 60,000 can easily die in every state during flu season. Flu season is about 6 weeks long, 6 months long. It's only 10,000 people on average time per month. During COVID-19 in like March, April in New York, over 30,000 died in 1 month, a little over 1 month. So 60,000 is easy to get. If you envision what happened to New York happening in every major city, Chicago, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Charlotte, North Carolina, you know, Charleston, South Carolina, Richmond, Virginia, and this Virginia's 8th district, 9th, 10th district, 11th district area, easily. You have, Virginia Beach. Yeah, every state has like a city where 30,000 to 60,000 could easily die. You just need 2 cities to have 60,000. I mean, the whole state only has to have total 60,000 die to have the country have 6 million die. 3 million die. So yeah, so that's coming, unfortunately. India is #1 in Asia. That's why I'm playing my sitar music. Sitar music's kind of nice. It's hundreds of years old, maybe even thousands of years old. India is #1 at 3,106,348 cases, and 57,542 people have died, 2%. I'm expecting millions to die. We had an Indian student in our clinical nurse leader program, Hashila Jiwani. She's Muslim. She's from India. She's really nice. She's really fun person. I really like her. She's from Georgia, near Atlanta. She's back in the Atlanta area, and she's going to get a job there as a nurse and a clinical nurse leader. Yeah, and we're having this group tweets. And yesterday they were sending out, some people were sending out group tweets. And Sheila's like, yeah, we're no longer students, because basically we're done technically as of today. So she's like, we're no longer students, we're alumni. I was like, whoa, that like hit all of us, kind of, suddenly. We know that, but it's just kind of Hashila Jiwani texting it kind of reminded us like we're all like now no longer students at Georgetown, we're alumni. Because degrees awarded as of today. In our transcript officially, we're no longer officially students at Georgetown, all of us are alumni. I'm happy about it, I'm sure Sheila sounded happy about it in the tweet. Kind of see her smile through the tweet. She smiles a lot. We had Zoom classes, and she was in my virtual clinical, and it's always nice to see her. She's always smiling, and she's so funny. I'm sure people at her work will love her. Yeah, I don't think she even started applying yet in Georgia. Most of the clinical nurse leaders at Georgetown and my cohort 2020, most of them did not even start applying to jobs yet. Yeah. Some of them haven't even sent in their application to a board of nursing. Yeah, I think it was Kelsey Landis. She's wonderful. She was in my group. We did a group presentation. Billy was our group leader. Yes, Billy. Hey, Billy. Hey, Kelsey. Hey, Sheila. Yeah. So, yeah, Billy was our leader. And he's a born leader. He got accepted to U.S. Naval Academy, and they just produce leaders, right? That's what they do. He went 4 years there, and then he worked 20 years or 19 years in the U.S. Navy as an officer. I mean, officer leader. So he's a born leader. So I'm glad he was our leader. He did a great job. Kelsey Landis, me, Billy, Billy Sneed from Texas, Grant Allen from North Carolina, but he's now in South Carolina with his girlfriend. And she's really pretty. She's really nice. He caught a nice fish. You know, I can see them getting married and having beautiful children together, being happy rest of their lives. Um, and you know, and Maggie McLaughlin. She got married. Actually, she's an amazing woman. She's beautiful. She's smart. She was a pharmacy tech before she came to Georgetown, and she started dating this guy, and she's such a she's a beautiful woman, obviously. So I'm not surprised the guy wants to marry her. But yeah, after like about a year, a little bit over a year of dating, they got married. Like during the CNL program, and she's happily married with him, and she finished the program really well, and she has a job lined up at MedStar Washington Hospital Center. So she got it all going on, you know. She got married, she got a job, she finished the program. She's really smart. She's really likable person too. She's pretty inside and out. So he's lucky. But as I told you, when a guy loves a woman, he'll marry her. Doesn't matter how long they've been dating. You know, my best, like one of my closest friends from University of Pennsylvania, Eugene Zeiser. He's from Delaware. His father, Mr. Zeiser, also went to U.S. Naval Academy, served in the Navy for a long time. He's now CEO, or served as a CEO in a Delaware company. And Eugene Zeiser was at Wharton School. I think he was a friend of not Hunter Biden. Who's the other one? Joe Biden, who was a Penn. I think they were friends. They're both from Delaware. Everybody in Delaware knows everybody. And yeah, so yeah, so yeah, he Eugene Zeiser. I brought him to Student for Christ at the University of Pennsylvania. He started coming to our morning prayer meetings at 7 a.m. that I led. And he came to Bible studies, and then he decided to go become a minister, and he ended up going to Philadelphia Seminary, Lutheran Seminary. He's a clergyman in Evangelical Lutheran Church of America. His wife is Erica. He met her when he was a pastoral intern at a 100% German-speaking church in Pennsylvania. There are two German-speaking churches. The whole Lutheran church only speaks German. So he met her there. It's just pretty, Maybe, Lennox North, I mean, German people, they know each other. Not Korean people know each other, People connect along ethnic and national origin lines. So I'm sure Mark Keane, he's a state representative in Vienna. I'm sure we know a bunch of people, we know a lot of people together, I haven't met Mark Kim personally, he spells Kim with K-E-A-M, but it's K-I-M, same thing. Some Koreans spell Kim with G-I-M, Kim, because you're supposed to pronounce it as Kim. Yeah, so there's different varying spelling on it. Some people spell it K-E-E-M. I spell it K-I-M, that's the most common. Yeah, so Koreans are Korean community is very smart. Everybody knows everybody. The whole Korean community globally is connected. So yeah, everybody knows everybody. Especially because Mark King's father is Presbyterian minister. I'm sure his father and my dad know each other very well. Presbyterian ministers are very small. And then Korean president are even smaller. So yeah. Yeah, so yeah, but we, it's I'm it's great that I got A's, 2 A's in this summer session. So this was a great summer session. I really enjoyed it. I miss all you guys already. CNL Cleveland leaders. Yeah, we're officially done on our, hey, it's, you know, it's recording our transcript, you know, documentation. If it's recorded, it's done. Oh, hey, CNL 2020, CNL 2020. Yay! Georgetown University CNL 2020, yay! We are documented, graduated, finished at Georgetown, yay! Yeah. So Kelsey Landis, Kelsey was tweeting out in our group chat. Hopefully we maintain that group chat, you know. That'll be like our connection, you know, even after school. Yeah, and so I mean, you can share ideas and stuff, which is good, you know. We can organize reunions if you want to, which I hope we do, because I love to have reunions, you know, like every year, or more frequently, possibly. Yeah, so Kelsey's like, she's sending out her application for nursing, licensure, you know, DC Board of Nursing. And she was like asking for, you know, some advice. That's what we do. We ask people for like advice and, you know, information. That we use our Clinical Nursing 2020 group chat for that. So like now that everybody's like officially graduated, technically on paper, the document is everything anyway, right? So that's reality. That your driver's license is why you can drive, right? Document is everything. So now that we have the documents that we're graduated from clinical nurse leader, as of today, Monday, 24th August 24th, 2020. Now, people are thinking about sending you know, like applications into Board of Nursing. So some people have been holding off, even applying to get their license until, you know, everything is done. A lot more haven't even started applying for, you know, jobs yet. You know, and to be honest, you know, we do have this exam, clinical, you know, like we all took clinical nurse leader exam. I think we all took it. You know, yeah, I mean, I took it on the first day and I passed. And now we're taking, you know, NCLEX RN on the exam to be licensed as RN nurses. As you know, our program is a master's program, but it only accepts people who don't have RN license. That's why I studied history, major in history in college. Lena studied, you know, German in college, but you know, we can do this program and get licensed. And it's for all of us like this, you know, whether your major is biology or chemistry, physics, German, or history, you come to this program with your bachelor's. And with a master's, you can take national certification exam to be a clinical nurse leader, and you can take NCLEX RN to be licensed as RN nurse. So you kill two things as one stone. You save a lot of money that way, right? Yeah, I mean, it's $200,000, so it is a lot of money, but it's quality education. It was worth it, you know? Hey, I can now call myself a Hoya alumni. Anywhere I go, you know, I have my degree. I'm a Hoya, you know? I can wear all the shirts, all the hats, I could do alumni programs. I probably run to be a president of Georgetown Alumni Association, but I'm in DC, so or maybe I grew up in a Virginia one, Georgetown Alumni Association of Virginia. I could run for president for them, or vice president, or treasurer. You know, yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, yeah. So Bangladesh is number 2. Um, 297,083 cases. So from rank 1 India to rank 2, there's a big drop, right? 3 million to basically 300,000. So something's going wrong in India. So I kind of feel bad for Hashila Jiwani's relatives in India. Hopefully they didn't die yet. But there's high chance they may die in the winter because, you know, death is increasing. And India has 1 billion people. So if 1 billion people get COVID, 2% of the people die would mean 20 million people die, right? Ah. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure over 1 million will die, unfortunately. And that's sad, but this is a global pandemic. It's going to kill millions. Dr. Fauci said it's going to be worse than Spanish flu pandemic of 1918. Spanish flu pandemic of 1918 killed over 50 million. Just most of them in second flu season, just one season, lasting only 2 years. So yeah, this is our like we're gonna have 6 months of flu season. You should expect millions to die. I'm predicting like anywhere up to 100 million people in the world will die from COVID-19 or related complications in this flu season, which means up to 25 million Americans can die from COVID. This winter. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be horrible. It's summer, so you need to have fun. Go to the beach and have fun because you may die before Christmas. Uh, your children may die before Christmas. So have fun in the beach. You have like a week and a half left before beach closes down. This winter is going to be living hell. Yeah, people are going to be dropping dead left and right, and you're going to lose a lot of loved ones, people you know. So yeah, it's important for you to have fun right now. I would argue. I want you to be happy. Um, I don't want you to die, but COVID-19 is going to kill a lot of people. If you're going to work outside of your home, you have high chance of getting it. If you have children going to school, you have chance of getting it from your children. You can get it even when you're shopping. So, yeah, you can even wear a mask, but scientists are not sure if this is airborne or droplet. Droplet means when you cough or spit, it feels like 6 feet and then the COVID-19 particles drop down. If it's airborne, it just floats in the air. So you can get it while wearing your mask. Unless it's N95 mask. But even if it's N95 mask, if it's not fitted accurately on your face, you can still get it. Because fitting it is important. I got my face fitted or my mask N95 mask fitted at Georgetown University School of Nursing and Health Studies. It took like 30 minutes. Not an easy procedure. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, it's going to be sad this winter. I'm predicting like 10,000 nurses will die before Christmas. Because obviously nurses work 12 hours per day with COVID patients. So if you're working as a nurse during the flu season, you should expect to get COVID. If you don't get it, great, but I think you should expect it. So I'm predicting that about 20% or more will die in my cohort. So out of 25, 5 people or more will die from COVID. I don't want them to die, obviously, but this is COVID-19, so death is coming. People with asthma, heart condition, some kind of pre-existing condition. If you're fat, there's high chance you can die. But it's COVID-19. What can you do, right? So I would just want to go cheer for my core members again, because I know we're going to probably lose 5 or more before Christmas. Hopefully, like people will let us know on group chat, so we can kind of share grief together. Yeah, CNL 2020, CNL 2020, yay! Yeah, so Pakistan was number 2, but now it's number 3. We went down to number 3 several days ago, and Pakistan has 293,261 cases. Death rate is at 2%. So 6,244 have died. Philippines has 194,252 two cases. Death rate is 2%. 3,010 people have died. The whole country of Philippines. It's like the number in Virginia. This is why I know a lot of people are going to die in Virginia. Look at the number in the Philippines and look at the number in the state of Virginia. Yeah, it's sad, but it's true. Indonesia has 155,412 cases. The death rate is 4%. 6,759 have died. Yeah, it's really sad. Yeah, some time to do some. Yes, look at all the cheers. To reminisce. Yeah, you can play frisbee with this. I got this from the American Conservative Union that sponsors CPAC. CPAC was in February, so as you know, I became independent officially in March. And you can see video on the top left-hand corner after this video is finished to see why I decided to run for independent. Um, but so February, I was still running as a Republican for the convention, Republican convention. We didn't have a primary. And in the convention, basically the delegates vote you in. I thought I had a good chance to win, but you know, what can you do? You know, you watch my video. Obviously, I don't have to be a Republican to go to American Conservative Union. You know, there are people who are Constitution Party members. Constitution Party is a small party. I met the founder of the party, the chairman or the president of the party. So American Conservative Union appreciates everybody who's conservative. You don't have to be a Republican. I happened to be a Republican when I went to CPAC in 2020 February, but I could have gone as an independent if I wanted to. Yeah. So yeah, so I'll go to CPAC again next year. You know, I like CPAC. A lot of conservative people, and I got this sticker at CPAC, and I don't believe the liberal media. Yeah, I don't believe the liberal media, you know. And I also got this sticker from CPAC. I march for life. A lot of pro-life people at CPAC. I like that. Yeah, so I like CPAC, you know. I'm independent. Obviously, I'm running as an independent. I'm considering starting my own party. We'll see, you know. But, you know, it's, whatever God wants me to go out do. Um, so at CPAC, I got to know a lot of people. There are a lot of great people at CPAC. So I was really happy to get to know a lot of people. I got to know some people from the Heritage Foundation. You know, the yellow sweater. She's really nice. She's in Alexandria. And yeah, so, you know, hopefully, you know, after COVID-19 dies down, I can meet up with her for coffee or lunch or dinner or something. Get to know her better. She's really nice, you know. I really enjoy talking to her at CPAC. And you know, yeah, I got to meet a senator from Colombia. You see the photo right below my video. Yeah, right below. Yeah, that's a senator. Like she's a legislator from country of Colombia. So yeah, she's famous. So shout out to all the Colombians out there in Virginia's 8th District, Virginia 10th District, and 11th District, and in Washington, D.C., and in Colombia. I'm sure a lot of people in Colombia are watching this show. My show is like watched by, you know, people from all over the world. You know, people enjoy watching my show. They learn from my show to survive COVID-19. And I particularly enjoy meeting, you know, college Republicans from a North Carolina college. It's a famous college. I can't remember the name of the college. Oh man, this is upsetting. But yeah, they were telling me there are 500 college Republicans in that college. I'm like, man, I like that college. You know, I like conservatives. Obviously, they're all conservative college students. Obviously, I want to marry a beautiful, smart, what that doesn't smart, beautiful, conservative college student. Um, you know, who's a Christian. Well, you know, it doesn't have to be college student, but as long as they're 18 to 24, 26. Yeah, I'd love to marry one of, you know, like all of them are quite pretty, right? So, yeah, but I do have an age requirement. You have to be between 18 to 26, preferably 24. So, you know, if you're pretty and you are conservative, you don't have to be Republican or independent, but you have to be conservative. Yeah, email me, you know, maybe for like go for coffee or something or lunch, you know. Yeah, I mean, the least that could happen is we become friends, right? Yeah, who knows? You know, you like it. I'm not married. I've never been married. I don't have children. I'm praying to God that God will send me a good Christian woman who has a beautiful body and beautiful face and is conservative. Yeah, I mean, other things are secondary, you know? Yeah, it's basically, is she a Christian? Is she conservative? Is she pretty? Does she have a nice body? Those are four most important criteria for me. You know, whether she has a college degree or not. You know, I mean, after we get married, she do an online college. You know, Harvard is 100% online now. I mean, you know, and you can always get degrees. You know, I mean, that's not that important, right? Yeah. So, yeah, so that's not that important to me. But obviously, that North Carolina college is an exclusive college in North Carolina. A lot of good families send their children to that college, the university. Yeah, I can't remember the name. I just like, you know what I mean? But yeah, they're all really nice. And I met another Asian guy who's running for U.S. Congress. Um, so we took a photo together. You know, I think he's running in Illinois or somewhere. You meet a lot of interesting people at CPAC. Yeah, you know, I'm a social person, so I enjoy meeting and getting to know people. Yeah. Um, yeah, and then there's another college group. I think they're from Florida, college Republicans. A lot of college Republicans are really nice, interesting to talk to. A lot of them have like dreams of becoming a politician in the future. So it's kind of nice to talk and hear their ideas and kind of give them advice, you know. So I enjoy that, you know. Yeah, and obviously CPAC 2020. I took a photo there. It's such a photogenic area. You know, how could you not take a photo, right? Yeah. I'm glad that you were able to join me for this episode of COVID-19 Update by Heerak. And Harry, the owl, is happy that you joined us as well. So, yeah, so tune in tomorrow. I will bring more information, interesting stuff to share, some ideas, some analysis, some things that you can use to survive COVID-19 and improve the quality of life during COVID-19. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. So I'll bid you adieu for now. So bye.